Thousands of women are using two words on social media to identify themselves as survivors of sexual harassment and assault today. It's hashtag MeToo. Actress Alyssa Milano shared the idea on Twitter, and it quickly went viral.
Well, as you mentioned, Alyssa Milano got the ball rolling on Sunday when she issued a tweet that she said was inspired by a friend. If all the women who've been sexually harassed or assaulted wrote "Me Too" as a status, we might give people a sense of the magnitude of the problem. Now, as we've seen since, many women replied "Me Too." Many notables: pop star Lady Gaga, Canadian actress Tatiana Maslany, and Deborah Messing from Will and Grace, just to name a few. Twitter says that in the 24 hours since noon yesterday and noon today Eastern, there have been more than 500,000 tweets that have used the hashtag MeToo. If a woman didn't post "Me Too," it doesn't mean that she wasn't sexually assaulted or harassed.
Kind of talk to the camera and talk to you guys about my own experiences when it comes to sexual assault.
We had the picture, we had my story, we had my friend's story. We both went to court 2 times. They found video evidence that he was recording us.
So a lot of you have probably been following along with the news about Harvey Weinstein and all of these other directors and people that are coming out now in the news as being predatory males, primarily, manipulating women.
Could this really happen and he doesn't get caught? Could this really happen and he gets away with it? Like, do people really think I would lie about this? What is in it for me to lie about something like this?
Pushing women into horrible situations that they couldn't really control, and in most cases also assaulting them.
Is that he has up to 4 years in prison.
YouTubers had their own experiences and stories and were so brave as to share them on the internet, on YouTube.
And it took almost 2 years, but we did have justice. And we did put someone away that could potentially have been doing things that were more dangerous.
It's coming in and realised at this point that the guy had walked right after me, and at this point again completely grabbed my bum. This time there was no mistaking it, it was a full-on grab, and I literally jumped out of my skin. I was like, this is just, oh god, it's giving me like, it's made me feel a bit funny thinking about it. Just that shock, that kind of moment of like terror of what the hell is this guy doing? This is weird behaviour.
This last year has been a trying and challenging time in our world and our industry specifically. We hear about the staggering reality that around 1/3 of women worldwide have experienced physical and/or sexual violence at some point in their lives.
Yeah, this has been a very powerful movement. A new ABC News Washington Post poll revealing an estimated 33 million American women have been sexually harassed, and an estimated 14 million have experienced sexual abuse in work-related incidents. That Me Too movement and reaction to the Harvey Weinstein scandal exploding overnight. The latest headline coming from Reese Witherspoon. This morning, Reese Witherspoon, in an explosive speech, speaking out about sexual abuse she suffered at just 16 years old by a Hollywood director. The actress revealing this at the Elle Women in Hollywood event last night, saying, "I feel true disgust at the director who assaulted me when I was 16 years old, and anger at the agents and the producers who made me feel that silence was a condition of my employment. I wish that I could tell you that was an isolated incident in my career, but sadly it wasn't. I've had multiple experiences of harassment and sexual assault, and I don't speak about them very often." Her daughter listening in the audience.
These women have shown what's possible when we embrace our platforms and use our voices to inspire and ignite the hearts of humanity. Their stories are powerful, pivotal, and echo far beyond the retweets or headlines we wake up to.
Dozens of women have come forward accusing Hollywood producer Harvey Weinstein of sexual assault and harassment.
And the MeToo movement, millions of women across the country and around the world sharing their experience with sexual harassment and abuse online using the hashtag MeToo. In less than 24 hours, there have been over 12 million MeToo posts on Facebook and 650,000 tweets on Twitter.
It's not easy to speak out. It's not easy to face criticism on a global scale. That I'd like to share. I swore never to be silent whenever and wherever human beings endure suffering and humiliation. We must always take sides. Neutrality helps the oppressor, never the victim. Silence encourages the tormentor, never the tormented. Sometimes we must interfere. When human lives are endangered, when human dignity is in jeopardy, national borders and sensitivities become irrelevant.
And once 5 women, 10 women, 20 women tell their stories about what's happened to them, it makes other women feel more courage to be able to say, this happened to me too.
Let's be outspoken, let's be resilient, let's all be silence breakers. Let's make sure the young women who are receiving $1 million in scholarships through the remarkable Women in Entertainment mentorship grow in an industry where outspoken women matter, where outspoken women lead, where all of our voices, ideas, and strength of our artistic community creates change in and out of the cinema. By doing so, we give back and give forward in the ways that matter most. Thank you so much.
Milano responding to those comments, telling ABC News, if through that gift of fundamental support, we can highlight the rampant nature of sexism, sexual harassment, and sexual abuse, then maybe, just maybe, we can change the culture that has nurtured this behavior and change it.
Reese Witherspoon also saying last night that hearing all of these stories from women over the past couple of days is what has made her want to speak up. And she said, I actually felt less alone this week than I have ever felt in my entire career. And she went on to say that she's really encouraged that there will be a new normal because of these conversations. Let's hope so.